Hey everybody, we're back with old Santa. Here he is right here. We're just about done with him. We got to work on the face, and with that I'm going to set that down right here, and I'm going to explain. I went in, you saw me do some of this here, and then this right in here we did on the last video. But I said we're going to work on the face. I did go in and put a little bit of hairline to get us going right in here and here in the back. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to work the eyes in here now. I'm going to take 1/4 inch number 9, and I'm going to go in here and make me some eye sockets. And I go in these corners right in here. You want to go in pretty deep. And you want to run it out like that. Can you see that painting all right in there?
Yep.
Okay. Now I'm going to turn around and I'm going to take the same gouge and come in here where I drew my line. And I like to cut that in first and then come lower it a little bit and come over here to this little temple area and kind of gouge that out. And we want to kind of make them the same depth. Like that right there. Now, before I do the eyes, I'm going to take a number 11, a 3mm, and I'm going to come in here, right here at the wing of the nose, and develop the top of the wing of the nose. You got to be real careful right in here. But right in there is where I made the cut. Now I'll do this side here. Go in, and then I'll come up from right here and just kind of meet my line. It's just not a real aggressive cut, but just enough to make the top of the wing of the nose. Now, I'm going to draw in where the eyes are going to be. I'm going to put me a reference dot right here and one right in here. Then come out here, put one at the temple area, and I kind of put them at an angle. I don't go straight across. Then I join my dots. Then I make me a little arch across the top, like that, and one on this side. And I usually draw these in with a mechanical pencil. Now I'm going to take a pointed blade, a detail knife, come in here and cut these inside corners. Just a little triangular cut. And it just makes a little shadow cut in there. Can you see that, Peyton? Yeah, I think, yeah, okay. Now I'm going to do it on this side here. And you go in on these, you go pretty deep with your knife tip. Reason being, because when you make this little cut across, you want it to pop out. And that didn't do it. There we go. All right, now that creates two little shadows in the inside corners. Now I'm going to do the outside corners. And just using the very tip end of my knife to form these eyes. And I'll go right in here. Right here. And take that little chip out right in there. Now, what I've done, I've rounded the eyeball this way and back this way. Now I've got to join my line up here and around the top. So I want to put me some stop cuts there, and then along the bottom, and then I'm going to cut back against my stop cuts. And relieve this eye back in there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now let's go in and do this side here. Just using the very tip end of my knife to do this. And what I did on my knife tip, right in here, I ground this knife down on the tip end to where that point, it goes right in these corners. It fits right in the corners. And that's a little thing that I started doing just to help me do eyes. And it pretty much, I can do most all of my eyes like that. And right here, I want to take this little pencil line out and put me a shadow line in there. I made a cut there though, don't need that. And I'll put one right in here also. Okay, now I've got the eyes in. I'm going to put in the pupil, and I'll take my mechanical pencil and I'll draw in the pupil to where it's going to be painted when we get down to painting. And I'll do this side over here, and old Sam is kind of looking over this way. Now we've got to form the upper lid, and to do that I take, well, first of all, over here I need to raise this area right in here. I'm going to take out just a little bit more wood with my number 9 gouge and make me a little canal in there. And then I'm going to take a number 11 3mm, and I'm going to come in right here and develop what I call a soft eyelid. It may be hard to see in there, but let's do it on this side. And bring it on around. There's my soft eyelids. Now I'm going to enhance that cut with a 1/4 inch V. And I've made a little canal in here so my V tool can ride right in that little canal, and it enhances that cut a little bit and makes that lid stand out a little bit more. Right like that, right there. Now I'll do this side. And coming around, and that forms my eyelids right in there. Now I've got, if you notice on this guy here, he's got some lower bags right in here, but they don't go all the way around. So I'm going to draw those in for you, and then I'm going to lay it in there. I come up right in here in the corner, and I'll bring this down like this. It's about like that. Can you see that on the camera, Peyton, with the pencil line? Okay. Now I'm going to turn it this way, And I'm going to take my number 11 3mm and make me a little indentation right in there with my tool. And I'll come over here and do the same on this side. And now I'm going to make that stand out a little more by using my 1/4 inch V. It just enhances that cut and gives it a little bit more shadow in there. Alright, let's do this side over here. Come in, make my V cut there like that. And that's pretty much, sometimes I come in and I tuck this bag up under this lid, but on this Santa I didn't do it. Now, I've got to have this guy breathing, so I'm going to take, where his nostril is, I'm going to take a number 9 gouge and come in right here where I drew that little nostril. Make me a couple cuts like that. I'll do it on this side. I just needed one on that side. Alright, now I'm going to cut back against that and cut these chips out. And that pretty much forms my nostril. I may need to come in here and kind of clean that up. Okay, now right up in here, I'm going to take a knife and I'm going to come across here and I'm going to make me a little shadow line for my Santa, where his wing of the nose is. Let me get it cut. And I'm just using just the tip end of this little upsweep knife here, but I created me some shadow up in there, and that's what you want. And to do that, I come in right here across this way. You may go in there and do it twice, and then I like to come in and from the upper part and cut me out a little bitty sliver. Like that right there. Okay, now what I've got to do, if you notice in here, I undercut this and I've cut that in. I've got to undercut right in here. So I will take a V tool and I'm undercutting this mustache with the V tool. And bringing it on up this way a little bit. Now I'm going to take a knife blade and do the same. Come under here and undercut that mustache. Take my knife tip and cut back against that to create a pretty good shadow line in there. And there's another reason I do it. When I put these little chipped areas in, I like it because if you got it undercut, they pop out a little easier. Now let's put the hairline in. I'm coming in with the number 11. And bringing that mustache on up. You want to go with the flow of the mustache. Can you see that all right, Peyton? Yeah,
yep.
All right. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see in the light what I've got done. Okay. It's kind of hard to get there from here because you got your list in your way, but just got to kind of work around it. Like that. Now, I'm going to come in here with a deeper V right in here, and I'm going to make me some cuts like this to give me some, just some shadow in here, like that. I'll turn it this way and come out to the edge of my mustache, like that. Now I'm going to come in right in here and make me a little cut there, right here in where the center of the mustache is, and just give it a little shadow area in here. Now over here where I made these, I did these undercutting here, I'm going to come in right here, make a cut, and take out these little wedges to give that mustache a different texture. Now let's see, let's check over here. Yep, that's about right. Now, on the eyebrows on this here, I used the edge right up in here, and I just took me a white marker and just kind of marked on the top of it to create. I didn't want to have to get up here and undercut this fur. But now while we're talking about cut, we need to come in and finish the hairline. I use number 11, and I come in and I start making these cuts, and it's kind of hard to see. Let me bring this light over this way. Can you still see that, Peyton? I'm with the.
Yep.
It didn't mess the camera up, did it?
No.
Okay. All right. I just need this light because it's kind of shadowy down in there. But you can see right in here what I did and how I did it. And we'll make some cuts up in here toward where that mouth would have been. And come in here and make some number 11 cuts right in here. I mean, you wanna get them in there kind of curvy, but it's, you know, because when you look at him from the side, you'll be able to see that. But now right in front, this is blocking the bottom of his beard. But just because it's hid doesn't mean you don't have to do it. I generally like to try to make it look like something, because I do, right in here, I do have beard structure. I even have this furry collar in here also. And we'll work this in here. All right, now they got that beard in there. Now I need to start the hair flow on this side here. We're a little right in here. We're a little pointed right in there, so I'm going to shave that down with my knife. And now I'm going to start laying in this hairline. And I just start working at an angle like this. And you kind of bring them in and then tuck them down like that. Kind of a S shape. This gives it a little bit more flow. And you can go over your lines. What's the time looking like there, babe?
Got about 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Oh, we're gonna have this guy done. I'll have this done. And this particular carving, it's gonna be it's gonna be a rough out next year. I'm gonna make a rough out of this one here. And I also did a cowboy and a hillbilly on YouTube that I'm gonna have rough outs made out of too. So there'll be 3 new rough outs I have of these that I did on the YouTube channel. Yeah. But I don't have them yet. I've got to get them. I've got to get them in to my supplier so he can get started on them. But they will be pretty much ready for my seminars. I don't know about the ones in January because it's going to take a while to get these things fixed. Okay, just about got it there. So right up in here, you got to bring this hair on up like that. And let's back off this light a little bit there. Right here in the back, I've got some cuts in here that I'm going to make. And on the side of the beard, I'm going to do those also. And I come in with a knife and make some little triangular cuts. And it just breaks up that straight look. Put one about right in here. And I'll put one right here. Well, that didn't come out. There it went. One right there, one right in here. And then we'll put a couple right over here. And then, well, that's not wanting to come out. There it came. But anyway, that's probably what we good on time. Is that where we at on time, Peyton?
We got about 40 seconds.
Okay. Well, one more thing I would do is you can go in with a V tool and make little cuts like we did in here, just to give it a little bit of shadow. But all in all, folks, that's pretty much this old Santa. And I'm coming up with a Santa or a project. I don't know yet what it's going to be, but I'm gonna probably I'm gonna do a little dog. I don't know for sure, but this is my Santa. So with that, everybody, happy carving to you, and we'll see you later. See you later. Bye.